we'd like to say thank you for all you do for us. And we'd like to give a special welcome to all of our past award winners. It's good to see so many here. We wish more of our award winners could have come, but it's a busy time this time of year. So we're just glad that those of you who could come are here with us today. And in case some of you have not done this yet, right now we have there's the red ticket is for the alcoholic beverages over there, and there's also the receptacles to put the little white tickets that's in the back of your name badges. And also, please, if you have a business card or just you want to write your name down and your email address maybe, put it over in the basket over there as well. So, all that being said, we would like to thank David Matlock for the use of this beautiful facility for now, I guess it's going on 20 years. And we're most appreciative of that. And so also I think I know of one person who's having a happy birthday today. Does anyone else have a birthday today? So does anyone want to join me in wishing Miss Pamela a happy birthday? Just stand up there. Let's all just sing to her. It's pretty fast. It's pretty quick. You want to say a speech first, Pam? Would you like to say a little speech first? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pam. Happy birthday to you, and many more. All righty then. Let's move right along and we'll get serious now. Okay, so last year we talked a little bit about our HubLink project. And now we'd like to go forward on that, and I'd like to introduce Mr. Mark Ashley, who is a Vice President in charge of operations for Wise Solutions, who is going to tell us now where we stand with that operation. Mark.
Esther, if I just wave when the slides, how do we move the slides? Okay. Well, good evening. Thanks Esther, and thanks for everybody for being here tonight. My name is Mark Ashley, and as Esther said, I'm a Vice President of Operations for a company called Wise Solutions. And before I go any further, and we're sponsoring this event too, we're very proud and honored to be able to do that. But I also want to recognize some of our team members who are over here. If you guys could all just stand up and wave. This is our, about half of our company right here, right now. So I'm also on the Tech Council, and so as a result, I was kind of volunteered to provide an update on HubLink. And that'll probably become a little more evident why that is as I go through the presentation here. If we could flip to the next slide, please. So for those of you who might not have been at the last gala, where I think HubLink was sort of introduced, just want to provide a little bit of background about HubLink. I guess first of all, you know, what is HubLink? I guess back in 1998, the Small Business Administration created something called a Hub Zone program, which many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with. And the idea was to encourage business development in economically developed, economically challenged areas. And the goal was for the federal government to award at least 3% of all federal contracting dollars to companies that are in Hub Zone certified areas, and HUBZone being historically underutilized businesses. That 3% amounts to about $15 billion a year. And basically, it's only actually been, the government has only been paying out roughly half of that. So there's a lot of money basically being left on the table there. So back in the spring of 2018, a gentleman named Doug Parsons, who was with VEDP, Northern Virginia, now Executive Director of Warren County EDA, came up with an idea to basically connect companies that were doing government contracting in Northern Virginia with potential HUBZone companies or potential HUBZone employees in Southwest Virginia and some of the more rural parts. So this, a working group was sort of formed around this idea. It was headed up by Randy Rose with VEDP, and there were some conference calls, and it was an involvement by the CETA and some of the other economic development organizations. And as a result of these, it was determined that we needed a sponsor to lead this initiative for HUBZone. And so Southwest Virginia Tech Council stepped up and agreed to be that sponsor. Subsequently, there was an application made through Go Virginia for some grant funding to kick the initiative off, do the planning phase, and that funding was awarded back in the fall of 2018. So the first thing that the Tech Council did was they looked, of course, for someone to sort of head up the planning phase. And about that time, our company was just getting started. And the goals of our company aligned pretty well with the goals of HubLink. Basically, our goals were to foster economic development by creating good-paying IT jobs in rural Virginia, serving larger companies in Northern Virginia and other metro areas. So we so for that reason, and for the fact that nobody else volunteered, I guess, we were sort of selected to head up the planning phase, and we decided to take that project on. So if we could switch to the next slide, please. So one of the first things we did is we put together, well, first thing we did is assign someone else. That's one thing I learned a long time ago, is the best thing to do is to delegate as quickly as possible. So we brought on Melinda Fairhurst, who's here with us tonight. She was the project coordinator. She started about the same time. We put together an advisory board, which was pretty well represented. We had members of UVA-WISE, the Technology Council, the Virginia Industrial Advancement Alliance with Doug Parsons, Vicki Ratliff with MECC. We had representatives from VEC, New People's Bank, a number of the businesses, United Way. So we wanted a really cross-functional team, a group of stakeholders that really represented broader interests to help us sort of define the sort of high-level goals for the program, what the portal would be about, and help us develop the requirements. We also put in place a technical review board to put together the tech requirements for the application, and that was staffed by one of our own folks, David Maloney, who's one of our senior technical architects, and Daniel Orr, who's a professor for cybersecurity at UVA-WISE. Go to the next slide. So the planning phase itself was conducted over a period of about 4 months. And we worked very closely with the advisory board. So we started off by holding some discovery meetings with some of the community colleges and the university staff, really to help drive out the requirements for the HubLink portal, and also to explore some potential platforms. We held the first advisory board meeting. We got some goals and objectives sort of fleshed out from that meeting. We had a number of one-on-one meetings with a number of different stakeholders across the area, and then we worked with the review board to create the expectations and requirements for the technical basis of the platform. As we got into the second and third months, we really continued to flesh it out, work up the requirements. We completed the detailed requirements document and presented them back to the advisory board in April, and then did a final technical review and actually put together the entire final result. So we've got a pretty extensive multi-page spreadsheet with all the different requirements for the HubLink portal, and the next phase would be to basically take those requirements and look for maybe, go through a potential RFP process and actually move it to the implementation phase. So that was the planning phase. If you go to the next slide, just real quickly, I'll go through this. So what we were able to derive here as far as what the HubLink would do, it's really three pieces. One is what we're calling a resource or program link. And the idea behind that is to provide a database, a source for potential employers, and these could be across the Commonwealth. They could be Northern Virginia companies, they could be local companies, to learn more about the programs across that are being offered, primarily by our training programs, our academic institutions, about what's available in the region. So it's more of a, what are the resources available in Southwest Virginia that we can tap into. The second piece was the actual HubZone link, which can help connect companies looking for HubZone employees, HubZone companies, maybe form partnerships, or just get more information about how to apply as a HubLink company, become a HubZone company, and begin to explore opportunities to leverage that program. And then the third piece is really bringing together the talent, the potential job seekers with the potential business opportunities. And this goes beyond just an Indeed or something like that, but it's really more focused on specific roles and opportunities that will benefit the Southwest Virginia region. So that's really where it comes together with the businesses connecting with the potential job seekers. So those were sort of the three primary elements of what we envisioned HubLink should really provide once it's fully implemented. Next. So again, on the resource link, this is where it's going to really take a lot of input, I think, from different colleges and universities, and we really want to further explore the academic programs, some of the training programs across the region. So there's going to have to be a lot of content provided and brought in once we actually begin the development phase. For the HubZone, it's really more an opportunity, a way to allow companies to connect with each other, and for folks that maybe live in a hub zone to self-identify and make themselves available, because there's opportunities potentially for remote work from home type arrangements. Next. The talent link would really be a place to put local job postings, highlight internship, apprentice programs, and mentorships and interns that are available, virtual job postings, really just a sort of a marketplace to bring resources, people looking for jobs that can connect with job opportunities. And then finally, we put together a fairly detailed set of platform and technical requirements. So that was kind of wrapped up the requirements phase of the HubLink project. Next. So the next step was to take this set of requirements. We actually came up with about 6 different potential platforms based on recommendations primarily that came from the advisory board. We met with a number of, we met with all of these potential providers, these platform owners, and we evaluated it based on the requirements we had put together, and you can see we sort of came up with a scoring approach for how we would do that based on the different pieces of functionality that we thought were the most important. Next. Just real quickly, sort of the results of that, we were able to pare it down to really 3 that bubbled to the top that we thought were the best suited and had the most functionality and we thought could be most easily worked with. So we picked the Major Clarity platform, the UVA Embark system, and MEX system. And so these were kind of the top 3. We didn't go so far as to actually issue an RFP or take it beyond that, because really that's kind of the purview of the next phase. But we were able to do some pretty, I guess, empirical scoring for these 3 platforms. And the others just kind of didn't really come in close enough to be included in the final list. Next. So as I said, so at this point, that's about as far as we took it in the 4 months that we had and with the budget that we had. But I think it laid a really good groundwork for the next phase. So the challenges going forward, first of all, we need to find a sponsor for the next phase. The Tech Council took on the planning phase. It's possible they could continue forward and take on the implementation phase. It may be more reasonable to think of a different approach for actually sponsoring the development of this. So that's something that has to be decided. Any additional funding, so the Go Virginia funds only covered planning. The expectation was that with these planning documents that we would move forward with an additional application for funding for the next phase. So that has to be developed. Contracting with another service provider, whether that's us or someone else, that would be one of the steps. And then assuming all those steps are in place and the funding's in place and the decision is to move forward, the next step would likely be some type of an RFP process. So that's just real quickly an update from the last session where we rolled out the concept. We've now got it through kind of what I would consider a fairly detailed requirements phase and a set of functionality to move forward and a set of steps. Overall, we're excited about the program. We still think it'll provide a tremendous resource for the region for connecting with other areas across the state and beyond, and we're looking forward to moving it to the next phase. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm Donald Purdy. I'm with Commonwealth Systems, and I am the guy that's standing between you and me. I am the guy that's standing between you and food, not a safe place. So, if you will join me in prayer, we will proceed on here. Most glorious Lord God, the great architect of the universe, the giver of all good gifts and graces, you have promised when two or more are gathered, you will be in the midst of them and bless them. We ask that you be with and bless us tonight, guide and direct us. Lord, we ask that you bless this food. May it give us the nourishment needed to go out and do those things that are most pleasing in your eyes. Be with the leaders of our great nation. Give them guidance and wisdom. Lord, we ask that you will be with those who are serving in uniform, defending us, and be with their families. We ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen.
Now, Don was taking bets on how soon I would plug my company, so check the time, Don. But I'm Dan Minahan with the Crutchfield Corporation, and I'm the Secretary of the Technology Council, and I got an honor to want to do just a couple things to get our keynote speakers started. Of course, you've already heard some very cool things that are happening with the Tech Council and the HubLink project. And but at this time, I did want to just recognize a couple of folks that are in the audience. We do have the Chancellor of University of Virginia's College at Wise, Donna Henry, and the President of Mountain Empire Community College, Chris Westover. We'd like to recognize you guys. Thank you for everything you do. Please continue eating. I'm not that great of a speaker. The food's better. But there's coffee in the back and tea, and help yourself to that. I do want to take a minute to introduce have all the board members of the Southwest Virginia Technology Council and advisors. If you're a board member and advisor, please stand up. And we want to recognize all the board members and the advisors. Please stand up and give these folks a round of applause. They do a lot of good work. Next thing I wanted to mention is we have, I'm not sure how many, but I know we have a couple of founding board members, at least one I know of. If you're a founding board member of this organization that started out in '99, stand up. I know of at least of one right here. Do we have any others? There's Esther. Shannon Blevins, and Jack Kennedy. That's awesome. Not only do they work this council and get all this stuff done, but they helped start the whole thing in 1999. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Shannon. Now it's my pleasure to get some of our speakers started. And also, you know, the program does have all the board members and bios of the speakers in here. One of the great things about being involved with the Tech Council, too, is the relationship that we have with Virginia's Center for Innovative Technology. And in fact, we generally have a board member on our council from the CIT. And I'd like to introduce to you at this time the Senior VP of Policy and Regional Initiatives, who is going to introduce our first speaker, and that would be Bob Stolley. Come on up here, Bob.
Thanks, Dan. I didn't know I'd be up this soon. I was actually just writing my comments that I was going to make at the table, so, you know, I'll have to wing it. I'm delighted to be here tonight and delighted to be part of the Southwest Virginia Technology Council and on the board. It's a privilege for CIT to participate, and we love every time we come down here. We look forward to creating additional innovation and technology opportunities in Southwest Virginia. As far as introducing our speaker, as Dan pointed out, the bios are in your handouts there, so I'm not going to repeat the information that's there. But for those that don't know, with the income of the Northam administration, Governor Northam recognized that technology is no longer this separate industry out there, that all companies are technology companies, and that if we're going to grow technology in Virginia, we need to treat it as a part of our overall economic development strategies. And he aligned the Secretary of Technology's organization with the Secretary of Commerce and Trade, the Economic Development Group, which we think was a tremendous move. That included moving CIT back to Commerce and Trade, where we had been many years before. When he did that, he created a new position in Commerce and Trade called the Deputy Secretary of Commerce and Trade for Technology. Robbie DeMaria is the first person to serve in that position. He's working closely. He is Governor Northam's technology person. He's the tip of the spear on all issues and initiatives associated with technology. We work very closely with him and other staff in Commerce and Trade, and we're doing just some absolutely tremendous and interesting things. Robbie is leading a group. Come on up, Robbie. Robbie is leading a group of 11 meetings all across the Commonwealth to identify what the issues are and how state government can best improve economic development through the use of technology and innovation. So Robbie's got a tremendous background. He ran the Richmond Technology Council for 8 years. Almost 8 years. He's a big friend of technology councils and an advocate for what all of us do, and also has a great background when it comes to public policy and working with the General Assembly. So I will welcome Robbie DeMaria. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for your comments.
Thank you, Bob, and good evening. It's such a pleasure to be back here. As Bob mentioned, I used to be the president of the Richmond Technology Council, and so it's so nice. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of being in the administration, but it's so nice to be back in front of the technology community, and it's so nice to be down here in Southwest Virginia, here in Abington. Beautiful weather, too, by the way, so we're really enjoying our time down here. I'm going to be sort of brief. I don't want to take up too much of your time tonight. We're here to celebrate and honor those that are doing really awesome things in technology in Southwest Virginia, and so I don't want to take up too much of their time. I'm just going to cover 3 quick things. When Esther invited us to come down, she really asked us to kind of talk about what the Amazon effect would have for other parts of the state, specifically here in Southwest. And one of the things that I was so proud of the VEDP team in Stephen Murray was their really innovative and interesting approach to how they were going to make an offer to Amazon. While other states were offering in billions of dollars in direct cash to that business. Stephen and the team took a much more innovative approach to it, providing some post-performance funds. So once Amazon creates jobs that are in the range of $150,000, they'll make some investments back to that business. But really the majority of our commitment as a state was in higher education, and $1.1 billion potentially going towards expanding our computer science degrees by 25 to 35,000 in addition to what we're currently doing. And what's really awesome about that is that it's not just happening in North Virginia. Universities all across Virginia will be able to compete for those dollars. And those students that come out of those institutions are not required to go work for Amazon, but they are going to be working in this industry. And it's important to note that computer science is not necessarily about computer engineering or sort of the high-tech conversations. Middle skilled positions, we're in a situation right now where digital literacy is so important across all industries. And technology is so ubiquitous in everything that we do that having a technical workforce or workforce that has a digital literacy will be so very important. So the Amazon effect, if you will, for the entire of the Commonwealth, beyond the general fund dollars that will be going into Richmond thanks to Amazon's investments, it's also the higher education. So I strongly encourage this region as we think about the hub link and things that we're doing, how we might be able to tap into those dollars. And I'm looking forward to coming back down here to work with you all as we go through that. You're not going to do this blindly. The second thing is that, as Bob mentioned, we are going around the state. I had a wonderful pleasure this afternoon of spending a lot of time with Mayor Craig in Abington and some economic developers from the region, talking about technology and the workforce, talking about how the state is going, what role the state will play in the innovation economy. And we're going to be doing that throughout the remainder of this summer and into next fall. And so I'll be back again in July. I've talked to Jack Kennedy about using their space there in WISE. And so we'll be here to kind of look for you all to kind of help me guide the state in that direction. I want to work with you to figure that out. So that's the second thing. And the third is, and I guess it's a little selfish, a little self-serving because I used to run a tech council, that we have 9 regional tech councils across the state of Virginia, and they're very dear to me. And the Southwest Technology Council is only here because of all of you, and it's great that you're here. Make sure that if you aren't a member of the tech council, if you haven't participated in their programming, that you do. Find Esther, find one of the board members, get involved, get engaged, and encourage your young folks to do the same. These tech councils across the state are a really important part to our economic development, and we are just so thrilled to be here and to see all the great things that are happening. So with that, congratulations to all the previous winners of the awards, and congratulations to all the honorees this evening, and thank you for having me.
Test. Okay, I'm back. Very interesting, Dr. Hooper. Thank you so much. And everyone, welcome to the Graphene Mountains. I mean, come on. This can be the Graphene Mountain region. Unbelievable. The Tech Council, I'm Dan Menahan, by the way, past president, and I'm secretary now of the Tech Council. I'm here to wind up a few things and to recognize some folks. But our Tech Council, we put this event together every year, and what we're trying to do really is to satisfy some of the geeks in the room like myself, to really get us fired up on some of the new technologies that are happening in our region, and I think tonight was a great example of that. And we also want to recognize the companies that are using technology all over Southwest Virginia. What I'm going to do is talk a little bit about some of the things the Tech Council have done in the last 20 years, because this is our 20-year anniversary. And I'm not going to take forever, but I think it's important to kind of understand the organization and where we came from and some of the things that we've helped to move along in our region. And then we're going to recognize after that, hopefully all of you, all of the people in the room that have won these very prestigious technology awards over the years. So that's what we'll do, and then we'll close. We got a couple door prizes. We do have a gift for both of our speakers, Robbie and Dr. Hooper. And if you all, I've got a book up here for you. Come on up here, and I'll bring it to you. This is the response to. Thank you. We're presenting both of our speakers the book Appalachian Reckoning, which is the response to Hillbilly Elegy, which is an excellent book that talks about the ingenuity and the hard work and the intelligence of people in our region. So anyway, so the Tech Council has started, and of course Jack and Shannon and a whole bunch of other folks. I think I got involved about 2001 in the Technology Council, and a lot of the board members got involved about that time. But it's played a role in a lot of important initiatives over the years. I mean, even with the location of CGI and Northrop Grumman up in Lebanon, which was a major transformative thing for our region in terms of technology in the day, the Tech Council was on the ground meeting with these companies and meeting with the state from the very inception of that business, and people don't really realize that. Now, we didn't do it ourselves, just like we don't do anything ourselves, but we try to initiate things that we think are going to be important for the region long term. Here's another example. This was from 2009, and I'll take you back to the end. Gosh, that's 10 years ago, and one of the things that was really hot then was to get electronic medical records going all across the country. And we actually put together and sponsored a medical technology summit. And at that time, the Secretary of Technology was Anish Chopra, who that was one of his major goals. And of course, he became very involved in the Tech Council, helped us to sort of lift off this electronic records thing in our region. And I don't know if you know, but Dr. Chopra went on to be the first Secretary of Technology for the United States of America after a few years after that. Well, actually, yeah, no, that's right, a few years after that. Also, another interesting thing, and we're talking about, this was from 2010, but we actually had one a couple of years before that, but we actually had the very first energy technology summits that were ever presented in the state of Virginia, right here in, we actually did them over at Wise, at the college, University of Virginia's College at Wise, and we brought experts in with everything from electric cars to geothermal energy to solar energy, to satellite solar energy, to you name it. And it was really interesting, and we continue to do that. Also, and be interested in all things technology with energy, but one of the things that we played a leadership or initiative role in was from 14 was we put together the region's blueprint for advanced manufacturing technology and new jobs for the region. And that, as of course, since that time, there now is a group that operates out of Abingdon for advanced technology directly, and they do an excellent job with all that. But we kind of started out trying to push advanced manufacturing jobs here as well. And now, of course, there's some things I'll forget, of course, but you heard from Mark Eshley, the Hub Zone. And we think that has very great potential, and we think it's very important, and that's why we were on the ground trying to sponsor that initiative for our region. And I'll tell you why. There's not a week that doesn't go by that I don't hear a story about a young, talented Southwest Virginian who has relocated to our region and is working now at the same company. A young lady I heard from just a couple of weeks ago is had a IT position, software position, development position with Wells Fargo, and has just recently moved back into Wise and does all of her work from Wise. And she moved back here because she wanted to live in our area. And we think there's a lot of potential for that and for hub zone work to be done here in Southwest Virginia. Met a young man who's been working for Microsoft. I forget his title, but he's been working for Microsoft for 8 years, and he lives in Southwest Virginia. There are people like that all over the region. So we think that's an important thing, and we also thought it was really important to talk about what Amazon and what our region can do for Amazon going forward, because we think we have a lot to offer that company. And also, Dr. Hooper's graphene is just, will blow your mind. The sky's the limit with that. And so just wanted to let you know some of the things the Tech Council's done over the years. And we decided, or the awards committee decided, that this year, instead of doing particular awards, which we'll more than likely get back to that next year, but since this was our 20th anniversary, we decided to just sort of recognize all of the folks that have won high-tech awards in the last several years that are here tonight. And you know, the Technology Council has given awards for education, government, true innovation things that really don't even have to do much with technology, but of course, as everybody's recognized, technology is involved in all of it. We have a President's Award that we give each year, and then we also have other awards for just things that come up that people are doing great work with. So we decided we would just do it this way this year. So what I'm going to do right now, Sam's running the booth back there, but we're just going to announce our winners that are here from past years. And I would imagine by the time I go through these, there's a little PowerPoint that comes up. There's the first one. But I would imagine that by the time I go through this, everybody's going to be standing. So it's going to be like musical chairs. So if you're with the organization that won this high-tech award, go ahead and stand up and we'll applaud, and then we'll just keep applauding through the whole thing. Yeah, exactly. The first winner we want to talk to, very important, is Virginia Coalfield Economic Development Authority, and that was in 2009, and maybe another year since then. Please stand up. I saw Jonathan over here. There you go. You can stay standing if you want. We'll all stand out. ARC TV, where's Arnie? There you go. Thanks, Arnie. Now, I really don't have enough time to go through every single thing that all of these winners have done to win these awards, but just know that they are all stalwart technology advancement companies, no doubt, and they mean a lot to our area. Next on my list is, let's see, yes, Fenner Dunlop, the Center for Applied Research and Technology. Are you here? Yep, all right. The Small Business Development Center, Mountain Empire Community College, and Tim Blankenbeckler. Okay, I'm still on track. If I start saying something that's the wrong slide, somebody let me know, will you? Commonwealth Systems, and Don Purdy, who went into digitizing government records many years ago, 2010. Mountain Empire Community College. That college, stand up please, Kristen, that college has won several of these awards, from drone technology to solar panels to run some of their labs to you name it. Congratulations. I know I left some stuff out. Russell, Lee, Scott, Washington County, and the city of Bristol all together won an award several years ago for government. If you're in there, stand up. Then we get into 2012 area. Oh, you got Crutchfield. They're going to say about Crutchfield. We won the award back then, I think. Oh, did I miss somebody? There you go. There's Crutchfield. Hey, way to go, Dan. I do just want to mention that there would be more Crutchfield folks here, but they're all in downtown Norton right now, and they have about 75 automobiles, and we have a what we call Cranking at Crutchfield, and they're giving away awards to cars that sound like rocket ships and things like that. So they're all having fun in Norton today. And we get into 2013, Tedanto Mantis. Are they here? Give them a round of applause. Yeah, they're the crane company. Mountain Empire Community College proper. Oh, you have to stand again. There you go. So, we got Vicki to stand that time. Southwest Virginia Community College. In the back here. Congratulations. I know one of the things they won an award for was the Microsoft Academy that they started out not too long ago. Okay, into 2014, the Virginia Coalfield Coalition. Are you here? There you go. Partnership with the Virginia Tobacco Commission. Scully, I believe, is the next company. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Boom! Packaging. I neglected to mention we do also have a high-tech award in the green area, and that's where they won their award that year. And then in 2014, also up the road, a very advanced manufacturer, General Dynamics, won for some of their work that they put into airplanes. Great job there. And Shannon Blevins that year in the Appalachian Prosperity Project won a high-tech award. Congrats. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. The UVA-Wise Natural Science Department in 2015. Southwest Virginia Community College Administration of Justice Department. Again, yes. In 2016, was that the year, or may have been the year before, but we actually had the first delivery drone that I think is still in, or was at least for a while, up in D.C. on show. And Flirty was a company that Jack helped to get in here to do some drone work and to fly medical supplies from the fairgrounds over and deliver them. The first time in the country it had ever been done. Congratulations to Flirty and Jack. Was that 15? What year was the first flight, Jack?
July 17th,
2015, July 17th. Bingo. D-Day, Drone Day. That's right. Also in 2016, the new company that started out, and you heard about them earlier, Norris Built Fabrication. I saw, there they are. Miss Norris, congrats. The Laboratory Optical Service. Then also the Manufacturing Technology Center from Wytheville won that year. New People's Bank won that year, I think, for opening up a new contact center, I believe. Is that what it was that year, Frank, or do you remember? Or was it the tellers, the interactive tellers that year? Congratulations.
Hey, Dan, you missed somebody.
What? I missed Sandy Ratliff. She's here with the Department of Small Business and Supplier Diversity work she did. Where's Sandy? Oh, sorry, Sandy. Way to go. Let's see, now I gotta let, there you go. Now you caught it. Sorry, Sam. There's New People's Bank should be coming. There you go. There's one of the tellers. Mountain Empire Community College won again in 2016. You guys' knees holding out okay? I mean, yeah, hey. Also in 2017, we had a major brand-new data center open up over in Wise, and that was the Mineral Gap Data Center. Still going strong over on the mountain there. And, heard Dr. Hooper talk about, we're bringing it to Wise and how he thinks that's going to be very successful, and I think he's right. I mean, the next winter here helped to bring Intuit, and actually the CEO of Intuit, one of the top 10 CEOs in the world, and brought them in over here, Sykes Enterprises. Congratulations. And then in 2018, there's a group of award winners too, and I saw Brad earlier, but he's got a drone photography, Brad Deal. Then the Appalachian Voices group, I believe, or the solar group for Southwest Virginia last year. Southwest Virginia Community College is on this list again, okay. Wolf Hill Fabricators won the Advanced Manufacturing Award. Oh, we're getting Wise County Public Schools and the ThinSat program. That's a great program. Hey, what's happening? If you haven't heard, I'm sure you've heard a lot about that, but you should talk to these young folks over there if you get a chance here before you get out here this evening. But they're currently monitoring data from satellite that's orbiting all over the world right now. I guess is the data collection still going on? Not currently. So what you did? Yeah. Oh, okay. But that was great program. Also last year, for a lot of their work in workforce development, the United Way of Southwest Virginia was recognized. Who? And also our home, away from home here, Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center. Congratulations. Where's Jeff? Sam, is that my list? All right. Just let's give all of these fine folks, and if I miss somebody, stand up and tell me who you are. It's possible. It's been 20 years, you know. But congratulations to all of you all. Let me find my notes here real quick. I want to invite the president of the Southwest Virginia Technology Council, Jeff Webb, up to the stage, please. There he is. I want to tell you a little bit about Jeff. Jeff's been the president this year, and he's just done a superb job. He's accomplished so many things, but I can't go through all the things that he's accomplished in his presidency, but I do want to point out two that were very key. One of them is he oversaw the development of this HubLink development that you've all seen this morning. That's going to be very important for our future. And the other thing that he helped us do is he's helped us figure out a way to effortlessly do teleconferencing with all of our board members because we have board members from Wytheville to Lee County and everywhere in between. And now we have a very seamless way so that we can meet if we can't always drive over and meet. So just want to thank Jeff for what he's done for the council. And I have something for him somewhere. Hang on just a second. Well, you see it? Where is it? Under the table? Oh, okay. Well, we were trying to decide if we were going to give this to Jeff or not, I guess. Anyway. It's a nice clock and plaque to commemorate his year of service. Thank you, Jeff. Well, I'm going to keep Jeff up here because we're almost done. We have some door prizes to give away. And then We're going to do that right now, and then we're going to draw. So you want to get your white tickets out. Has everybody put their white tickets into a basket yet? We still got time. We'll let you do it. We'll draw a few door prizes, and then we'll close. Just want to thank everybody that helped put this thing together. White tickets, right over here. We'll get this show on the road in a second. Hey, you might have time to drive to Norton and see all the car shows. What? Some of them. They're from lots of different folks. So, okay. B, 278436. Yeah, that's a good point. Excellent point. That's an 8. 8278436. Yeah, we have a winner. There you go, Nicholas. They're signed by the authors. Okay. All right, next, just to keep it interesting, we asked that people put their business cards in at the table. We have 2 cash prizes. There you go, Jeff. Pick one out. Who's that? Melinda Fairhurst. Bingo. This was donated by Bolwell Financial Services. Congrats. All right, one more with the business cards. Sam Wolford. Sam owes you money? Yeah. All right. Okay, we have a few more door prizes. The next one we'll do is a $50 gift card from Crutchfield.
$827-8312.
Bingo. Now let's do, we have 4 backpacks that were donated by the Higher Ed Center, right? Two?
And 2 from Gen Edge.
And 2 from Gen Edge. I'm sorry, I didn't get all that in writing. Here, let's do the first 2 from the Higher Ed Center. I'll read them. You can grab them. 2. Oh, somebody wrote their name on the back of one of them. 827-8364. Okay, Robert, here you go. Give Robert one of yours there. This is pretty easy because the person really wanted to win. They put their name, their phone number, and everything on the back, but I can't read it. Nikki Raleigh. Nikki Raleigh.
I think she's left already. No, there she is.
All right, come on up here and get your prize. Yeah, okay, cool. Now we have 2 backpacks from Gen Edge. I don't know what numbers you have, so I can't cheat, you know. Okay, this number is 827-8400, 8400. Looks like Mark is a winner. Winner. Yeah, if anybody, no, that wouldn't work anyway. Okay, one more backpack from Gen Edge. That's 827-8358. All right. Councilor Henry. New People's Bank donated a nice lounger chair for outside. Here we go. 827-8381. Why do I feel like an auctioneer? I don't know. 827-8381, bingo, all right. Attaboy, Randy. I think there's one more prize. Does that sound right? Got the one more prize? Is that right, Paul? Okay. These are pretty snazzy. They're Bose sunglasses that have speakers in them so you can listen to tunes while you're chilling out at the beach this summer. And the winner is, oh, you draw. Yeah, there you go. All these prizes are snazzy, by the way. 827-7719. All right. Yep. Yes. Sure. Oh, this is awesome. The group from ThinSat would like to come up and make a quick presentation. You all come on up here. Let's give them a hand.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Hunsaker. I'm with the ThinSat program out of Eastside High School. And we wanted to come up here for a minute just to recognize a really awesome guy, the guy who's made pretty much everything we've done possible. We want to recognize Mr. Jack Kennedy. We have something for him. Come up here, show off your moon shoes, your graphene shoes. We have a photograph and frame, a picture of the entire ThinSat group, the entourage who went with us, our teachers, our sponsors, everybody who went there with ThinSat, and all of us who were able to sign it for him. And we wanted to present this to him as a gesture of thanks for everything he's done, everything he's given us, all the opportunities he's presented to us, and truly everything amazing that he's given us. And we want to thank you, Jack. You're an amazing guy. I said that already, but it bears repeating. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. Well, that was quite a surprise. Congratulations, Jack. I know you'd rather get something from your young folks than anybody else, because anyway, we're pretty much done. I do just want to thank everybody that came tonight, and because, and I think it was an interesting night. Learned a lot about graphene, and I even learned some more about the hub link and about Amazon and how that's going to help our higher ed. I want to call attention to the back of your program, and these are all the event sponsors that helped to make this happen tonight. And I also want to thank all the table sponsors that came, all the presenters that were here tonight. And with that, we have a great future here in Southwest Virginia. We really have a future that is unlike anybody else's in Virginia or in the country or in the world. We can make our own. Thanks, everybody. Good night.